I caught her easily, and for the first time in a while, a genuine smile appeared on my face as I said that was all that mattered. The dust has not even settled, but the weight of what Horan just did is already crashing down. Nico excitedly invites Schwer to hide in the succubus village, but Schwer makes the hard choice to refuse. She knows that disappearing now would only put a bigger target on Horan's back. A legendary tier prodigy is dead, and J-City is about to descend into political chaos. The corporate elites will want blood, and if she vanishes with him, Red City might label Horan a full-blown threat. Even now she is thinking about his safety before her own, and that hits hard. Horan accepts her decision, looks her straight in the eyes, and makes her promise to stay safe, telling her that if anyone dares threaten her, she only needs to say the word and he will crush them without hesitation. But while this quiet moment lingers, a storm is already forming. In a heavily guarded rehab facility in B-City, an old man suddenly coughs up blood, his heart pounding under an overwhelming sense of dread. His body is warning him that something is terribly wrong. This is Yu Tianxiong, a legend tier awakened and president of the Elite Center, the father of the genius Horan just erased. Refusing to rot in a hospital bed, he forces his way out and returns to J-City. Days later, news of his son's humiliating death spreads, shaking the entire region. Grief twists into pure rage, and Tianxiong swears the one responsible will pay with their life. He immediately calls for an emergency summit, summoning the strongest awakened factions and the city's most terrifying powerhouses into one room. As they take their seats in silence, the grieving father stands before them, ready to unleash his wrath. Horan may have swatted the son like a bug, but now the real monsters of the Elite Center are waking up. The tension inside the emergency summit is suffocating as the strongest factions of J-City clash over the recent catastrophic losses. At the center sits Zhao Yifei, a supreme tier awakened and the backbone of the association, calmly laying out the brutal truth that both gold and legend tier prodigies have been erased with shocking ease. The grieving president of the Elite Center slams the table and demands they flip the entire region upside down to hunt what he assumes is a rogue beast. But the other guild leaders are not eager to throw their elites into a potential death trap. The calculating head of the Senlon group bluntly refuses to risk his high-ranking members for what he calls a personal vendetta, instantly igniting a fierce argument with the hot-blooded guild master, who insists it is their duty to retaliate. Their shouting dies in an instant when the veteran leader of the Red City group delivers a chilling revelation. After inspecting the battlefield herself, she confirms there was not a single trace of beast blood, proving this was no mindless monster attack. Her cold gaze sweeps the room as she states that aside from Zhao Yifei, no one present has the power to overwhelm a legend tier awakened without suffering even a scratch, estimating the attacker to be an unfathomable 8th or possibly 9th tier existence. Then she drops the most terrifying detail of all. Every single victim belonged exclusively to the Elite Center. The room falls into heavy silence as the horrifying conclusion settles in. This is not random. Someone is systematically hunting the president's empire. He erupts in fury, but the truth is already clear. A supreme predator is stalking J-City, and none of them truly understand what they are facing. Accusations explode across the summit as the furious Elite Center president points a shaking finger at the Red City faction, raging that their member Schwer was present at both scenes where his family died. He tries to pin everything on them, claiming they colluded with the mysterious attacker, but his tantrum is cut short. The supreme tier leader has had enough. She refuses to send their elites charging blindly into a trap and announces she will contact headquarters to request 2 additional supreme tier powerhouses as reinforcement. There is one problem. It will take a full month for them to arrive. Blinded by grief, the desperate father demands they mobilize every awakened in the city immediately. But before he can push for a full assault, The Supreme Leader releases a suffocating aura that crushes the room into silence and coldly suggests he return to his hospital bed. Just like that, the guilds stand down, and Horan gains a priceless 1-month lifeline. Under the moonlight, he realizes this is his window to grow stronger before the corporate empire uncovers his identity. When he opens his system, a new path appears. By maximizing the loyalty of his subdued followers, he can unlock exclusive rewards and powerful weapons. Choosing between a battle-hungry flame demon and a mysterious banshee, he recalls his unique encounter with the banshee and decisively selects her. He activates his summoning skill, a radiant magic array blazing across the forest floor as the elegant yet deadly banshee materializes before him and pledges absolute loyalty. Horan is no longer fighting alone. He is building his own faction. But with Supreme Tier monsters set to descend in 30 days, the real question is whether this preparation will be enough to survive the storm that is coming. Expecting to be dropped into a blood-soaked battlefield, the elegant banshee materializes ready for war, only to find herself standing in a quiet moonlit forest with nothing but crickets and cold air. She freezes, completely confused, and nervously asks why her master summoned her to the middle of nowhere. Her thoughts spiral out of control, and she suddenly blurts out a wildly inappropriate question about what they are doing alone in the dark. Horan does not even flinch. To him, this is not romance, it is strategy. He ignores her flustered panic, gives her a calm, charming smile, and gently takes her hand. Then he casually suggests a midnight stroll. That single soft gesture absolutely short-circuits the sheltered banshee. She has never felt simple warmth, never even held someone's hand before. Instantly, her affection metrics explode, jumping 5% in seconds as system notifications ping nonstop in Horan's vision. Watching her loyalty surge, a calculated smirk forms on his face. If something this small can massively boost her devotion and power, then this mechanic is far more broken than he imagined. As he leads her deeper into the silver-lit forest, he realizes he has discovered a new path to strength. With Supreme Tier monsters set to descend on the city in 30 days, the real question is not whether Horan will prepare. It is how far he is willing to go to unlock his followers' true and devastating potential. As Horan leads the elegant banshee deeper into the moonlit woods, the last thing he expects is the environment itself turning into the biggest threat. Moving through a thick field of tall reeds, the rough stalks brush against Benhita's ultra-sensitive skin, and instantly everything goes wrong. Her body stiffens, her breathing turns chaotic, and before Horan can react, his system interface starts glitching like crazy. Her affection and loyalty metrics begin skyrocketing out of control, jumping from 65 to 70 and slamming into 75% in seconds. This is what he wants: maxed loyalty, absolute devotion, unstoppable growth, but not like this. It is happening too fast. The overstimulation is overwhelming her fragile senses, pushing her dangerously close to her physical limit. But I cannot let that happen. Not when I am this close to unlocking her true potential. Acting on pure instinct, I step forward and lift her onto my back, raising her completely away from the tormenting reeds. I tell her to relax and just hold on while I carry her the rest of the way. It is a simple and practical solution to keep the grass from touching her fragile skin. But I completely underestimate just how sensitive the banshee truly is. The moment I secure her against my back, my system interface explodes with notifications. Her affection metrics do not slowly rise. They surge upward with terrifying speed. 80%, 90%, 95%. The glowing red numbers blur across my vision as she clings tightly to me. Benhita buries her burning face against my shoulder and whimpers that the constant friction from every step I take feels 100 times more intense than the reeds. The story gets crazier next. Subscribe and turn on notifications.